Hello people, this is Ryder here to review the Ultraman Z Shokugan Ultra Metal 01. Yep. So, as you can see with how we had to obtain these, obviously, as you can see from here, this is the first set of Candy Toy Ultra Metals for Z and such. To which, we only have a sampling of some of the boxes, because we will get to it later. So, our lineup comprises of Ultimate Zero, Orb Spacium Zeparion, Victory, Max, Nexus Junus, and then Taiga, Titus, and Fuma, and such. So we'll move these technically to the side because you're not supposed to know about them. We'll take a look at the boxes and such, as you can see from here how they're presented, to which, the box designs are pretty neat. We have Z Alpha Edge alongside the metal. It says to use it with the Z Riser. Same thing at the top. Just says it comes with the metal and the stick of gum. Tells you to recycle the box and what kind of plastic it is. This is the lineup, and the back is the warnings and such. So obviously you just simply pop it in there, and then there's the gum and such, to which... Where's the expiration date? Unless there's no expiration for gum, which shouldn't be a thing, because gum should expire. You shouldn't keep gum. This one's the same, it's just that they changed the metals out and such, because all of it just Z. And yeah, so basically these were the only three I was only able to get with their boxes, because these were the cheapest ones to obtain. So here we have the lineup like such, because these aren't the Gashbomb ones where they come with the stands. But anyways, taking a look at each of these medals one by one, here we have Ultimate Zero, to which I really do like. I think I've said it a lot, Ultimate Zero is probably one of my favorite Zero forms, but it's probably just the one I'm most nostalgic for. But I just really do like how well this runs. I always appreciate Ultimate Zero stuff and such. Obviously with the Ultimate Aegis armor and such. I apologize for saying such. Where is Zero? Look at this as well. I was trying to compare. Yeah, the thing that I personally prefer with the candy toy medals, as you can see, you just have serial numbers just like the Gashpon ones. I like how more clear it is to see the art of the Ultra, because I feel like the DX ones are kind of washed out and such. But I guess the cost, especially, well, I mean, I think it's just because this one's yellow, but it is kind of hard to actually see the background design of the metal and such. Moving on, here we have Orb Spacium Zeparion, to which I think this was the first orb metal to get released and such. And, it's pretty neat overall. Here we do have the Orb Origin metal to compare. Just if you needed that comparison, because obviously the only difference is just the Tiga shoulder pads. And then here we have Victory. Again, he is also yellow. Obviously, Orb Spacium Zeparion is purple. Again, the serial numbers are slightly different. Now we got Max, who is a nice light blue. And then with our second half, we have Nexus Junus, who is also yellow. So 3 of these are yellow. And I feel like Nexus Junus, they keep changing up what color they want him to be, because I guess they really don't want him to be red. And I forgot about this medal's existence, so I didn't do the comparison. But here's Nexus Alphonse, or Anfans. Again, Nexus is just, his color choices are really interesting. And then our last three, which makes sense. Here is Taiga, who is red. Again, really the only unique number is the middle one. But it also helps us with actually lining up these within the sounds that are programmed. Titus, who is, half of this set is yellow. And Fuma. And as you can see from here, these three are in their correct colors. Because if you don't remember, from this, after this series, they forgot what these two were supposed to be. Here's the serial number for Fuma. Let's use them in the Z Riser. So let's trek through these individually. Ultimate Zero.
Ultraman Z, Ultimate Zero. Ultimate Zero.
So this, I think this toy actually gave Ultimate Zero a finisher, because I remember the Orb Ring didn't, because it just gave him the default Zero sounds. But then again, I think the Jeet Riser probably did also give, like, I think that's what this is derived from. But it's cool nonetheless. I forget what it's called. Orb, Spacium, Zaperion. So obviously, it's the same, just now under a purple LED as opposed to white, red, and purple. Obviously, that's the Sparion Coulson. Victory. Obviously, the transformation for Victory. I apologize if this feels kind of off, but there we have the Victorium shoot. Max. Maximum Cannon, Nexus Junus,
Ultraman Z. Nexus.
I think it was also this toy that actually is the first that properly gave Nexus his proper transformation sounds, as they previously been using Nexus Junus as the main Nexus form, but because of the fact they are now going back to actually acknowledging Alphonse, Nexus Junus finally has his proper form change and sound. And because of that, that means for the finisher, his finisher is no longer, I don't remember the original finisher, but his finish, like, Junus's sounds are now new. As opposed to, like, just the default, like, Nexus sounds. Taiga? Obviously, all of these I forgot what it was called. The Stream Blaster. Yeah, obviously all of Taiga's sounds. Obviously, all of the Tri Squad sounds are carried over from the Taiga Spark. Titus? To which obviously we can just use them together. It's really cool just to have those, like, again, even if you do have the original toy, it's just nice to hear it in another toy in case you don't have that original toy on you. And also this one is, like, completely instrumental. So obviously for Titus and Fuma respectively, that was the Planium Buster and the Gohanin Shuriken? No. So we're gonna use Riku's Axis card for the fusions, because in the demo I showcased both using the card and the metal, but I think for the sake of the videos, we're just gonna use the card. It's more exciting. So with these 8 metals, I think we have 10 combinations to which we will do the non-fusions first, like that are actually corresponding to, like, the cards, which means we'll use Ultimate 0, and then we'll use X to make X Ultraman Zero Armor. Which doesn't have a finisher. So, obviously, I only play the ones that have finishers. And yet again, I messed up. But, because I said that we were going to do fusions that weren't, like, that didn't require, that weren't from, like, the fusions. Which means we should have done Ginga Victory first. As you can tell, it just is the blue and yellow LEDs paralleling. Obviously, I forgot about the acknowledgement that it does have its own metal, obviously, but that basically, again, it's the same thing like the individual sound, it's just at different light combinations. And I should state this too, despite the fact you might think, oh, if we put X together, then we can make Orb Trinity. We can't because we don't have an Orb access card. So, because this wouldn't know to do Orb Trinity because we don't have anywhere to put the Orb metal. But speaking of the Orb metal, I think we have 3 Ultra Fusions. So we will use Gaia. So there we have Photon Victorium, Orb Photon Victorium, but obviously we will skip the finisher because it doesn't exist. Taro and Max. Orb Stream Galaxy. And then last, I think it's last. Where are you? Obviously we would need Ultraman. Orb Specium Strom, which it's actually cool. We did change it to update it to be Nexus Junus's sound. And then that is it for the Orb Fusions, because obviously we have the Riku Access card. If we were to use, I think it's Ultimate, Zero, and Nexus Junus in this order. We are now G'd no active succeed, and because we are using the Riku Access card, the finishers do matter. So we have Riku announcing Soul Blade Overdrive. And then Orb Spacium Zaperion alongside... Wait, what? Why did I put it back? Wait, where is... Wait, where did I put Mepius? Okay.
Ultraman Z, Brave Challenger.
Now we are G'd Brave Challenger with the finisher. Mebium Gigacorin? And then last but not least, if we insert our Tri-Squad medals. Now we have achieved Taiga Tri-Stream, which is really cool. And it's really cool just to see it in this multicolored LED, or in a multicolored LED sense. Especially because I forgot that Taiga Tri-Stream was actually a red metal. Because I thought it was one of the power-ups, but because Taiga Tri-Stream's individual metal is just red. So it's really cool that to have this option of seeing it in like all three colors. Then I forgot the finisher for that one. Then we'll get to setting that up. I'm just gonna say this, if you want to hear it, watch the demo. I forgot about Victory Night. Wow. I never thought to set them up like this. But it's also just because I don't want to deal with setting up the other stands. But anyways, this is a really good set. Just, it's really cool. I don't think it was their intention, but it's really cool they managed to select medals that actually at least can go with other medals and such. Like, just the amount of things I was able to do was pretty cool. Obviously, I excluded using Jeed's fusion rises with his medal, but I generally don't think you need that in the review. This review is already too long, and just overall, it's just really nice lineup overall. Especially, this is one of the very few times we actually got the entire Tri-Squad together. Because from this point on, they just decided to just separate them because, and just again, I find it funny that just how this is lined up. Basically, Orb, Spacing, Zaperion, and Taiga are like the only two that are actually different colors. Everyone else is yellow or blue, and it's just funny. Like, honestly, just I don't know. I just can't get over with how how stellar of a set this is functionality wise. And this set was basically the thing that prompted everyone to buy into this toy line. Which is why it took me forever to get this entire lineup. Because at the time, I only had Ultimate Zero, Orb, Spacium, Superion, Victory, and Taiga. Because for some reason, Max, Nexus Junis, and Titus and Fuma were really expensive to buy. Because basically, I guess the only efficient way of buying this set at the time was just to buy an entire box. But that's like basically before the series actually aired. Because after that point, it was a wasteland of trying to find these things for a good price and such. Which I didn't end up, giving into those horrible, horrendous prices. Because basically, they were selling these things for, I think, at max like $30 each. Titus and Fuma, I at least understand just because they're popular characters, especially I think Fuma. Or I mean, going off of like Blazar for example, but Titus, like I think again is also the same thing because have you seen the prices of his figures? Max and Nexus, I genuinely am confused about. I don't know if it's just because of pure functionality. Like, obviously, I'm not saying they don't have fans, they obviously do, but it is just kind of confusing in this circumstance. Is it just because of how much functionality they have? Even though, again, Nexus Junis has 2 fusions and Max has 1. And I'll just say this, I apologize if I missed a combination, because I'll at least say Victory does have 1 more that we'll cover in the next 2 videos, but I think everyone else, I'm pretty sure I did cover everything they can do and such. But obviously, as you know, I eventually did finally get these. I think I ended up getting both of these, or the latter half, in bundles, because I think I got Max and Nexus together. To which I just realized I think I do have the boxes behind me. I got one of these. I thought one of these I actually did get boxed. I don't remember now. You're gonna have to watch one of my streams, but I'm dumb. We found them. They were literally where I would put my candy toy boxes currently, because the Eagle Vice stamp's right there. I was filming for Kwanya, and like I was just moving these, and I forgot that they were up there. I think Max and Nexus I got together in a bundle, sealed, and then Titus Titus and Fuma I got loose, but together for 15. I think I got these 2 together for 20. Like, the thing is that these are still not relatively priced low, but they're at least, like, affordable. Because, again, that's why I suggest for you to, if you're looking at places like Mercari via buy, Mercari Japan, try to get these in lots, or try to get them in bundles. Don't try to look for them individually, because you'll get a better deal. You basically try to you can justify a lot price more than a individual price. Like, if it was just this thing for because Fuma, I think these 2 individually go for like 15. Or they go for 10, I think now, which I think is more justifiable. But like, it is kind of insane that these are literally just candy toy medals, and yet they're one of the most hardest set of medals to obtain now. Because we can elaborate more on that within the next set, but it is, and it's more unfortunate because at least with, like we reiterated before, Gashapon at least got another, like the first two Gashapon sets at least got re-releases, or at least got re-released to make them more viable. Candy Toy doesn't do that. Candy Toy typically doesn't do that with these items in particular. They would do it for like the figures, but they won't do it for gimmick items. So it's still, because of how scarce this set is to get new, because then I think you have to pay like 120 at least for some reason, or like at least 100. Like, good luck trying to get this. Like, I'm again, with where the prices are now for the Ultra Metals, I think it's a fine time. I think the time is like fine to like try to like complete like your missing gaps and such. Because again, this set is fantastic in terms of like compatibility and functionality with all of your other metals and such. But it's just, the only thing holding it back is just trying to find them all and trying to justify the prices for sure and such. But I think that does it for this review. Hopefully it gets the message across and such. It's just, again, the fact I had to go through the fact that you had to go through this much hardship for a candy toy set is just kind of, it's so bizarre. But that'll have to do this review. This is Ryder, and I'll leave you people. Bye.